I opened my parents' will and found out they left me the family landscaping business, the one I've run solo for 8 years while my brother partied through college, except the paperwork said to be managed by Trevor until sale. I didn't cry. I called a lawyer. For context, I started working for my dad at 15, mowing lawns, trimming hedges, learning equipment maintenance in Florida heat. My brother Trevor, he showed up twice, complained about mosquitoes, then never came back. When dad's back gave out 5 years ago, I dropped out of community college to run things full-time, took over client relationships, hired crews, expanded into hardscaping and irrigation systems. I worked 60-hour weeks in brutal sun while Trevor finished his business degree and moved into a condo downtown with floor-to-ceiling windows. Dad always said the company would be mine. You earned it, kiddo. This is yours. Mom would nod along, squeezing my shoulder. I believed them. Every early morning, every skipped weekend, every time I chose invoices over friends, I believed them. Then they died in a car accident last March. The funeral was packed with clients whose yards I'd personally maintained for years. Mrs. Chen hugged me and said, "Your parents were so proud of you." Mr. Rodriguez told me the business was in good hands. Trevor stood by the casket in his expensive suit, checking his phone. The will reading happened a week later. The lawyer's office smelled like old books and air conditioning. Trevor sat across from me, legs crossed, confident. When the lawyer read the business clause, I felt my stomach drop. Green Vista Landscaping to be managed by Trevor Allen Morrison until optimal sale conditions are met. I get $10,000 and Mom's jewelry box. That's it. Trevor didn't even look at me. He just nodded like he'd expected it. That night he texted, "Don't worry, I'll handle everything. You can stay on as lead foreman if you want. Same pay, just different structure." Lead foreman. In the company I built from 12 clients to 89. In the business where I knew every property by heart, every client's kids' names, every tricky sprinkler head and stubborn root system. I stared at that text for an hour. Then I started digging through my files. I met with the lawyer that week. Not the family lawyer. A business attorney named Patricia, who'd done work for one of my commercial clients. I brought 3 boxes of documents. Tax returns showing I'd been filing as an independent contractor, not an employee for the past 6 years. Emails where Dad called me co-owner and partner in writing. The truck title, registered in my name because I'd made the down payment. Equipment purchase receipts showing I'd personally financed the new mowers, the aerator, the dump trailer when cash flow got tight. Patricia spent 2 days reviewing everything. When she called me back, her voice was calm, but I could hear the smile. "Your parents might have written Trevor into the will, but legally, you already own the majority of the actual business assets. The company name and client list, that's what Trevor inherited. Everything else, the equipment, the trucks, the contracts you personally signed, that's yours." I didn't sleep that night. I made lists. I called my crew leads and asked hypothetically if they'd stay with me if I started fresh. All 4 said yes immediately. "You're the one who actually runs things anyway," Miguel told me. I spent the next 2 weeks quietly. Trevor started showing up at job sites, taking photos for Instagram, talking about scaling up and maximizing ROI. He knew nothing. He asked me what hardscaping was. He called a client's koi pond the fish thing. When Mrs. Chen asked about her spring fertilization schedule, he looked at me to answer. The clients noticed. I got texts asking if everything was okay, if the quality would stay the same. I told them honestly, I wasn't sure yet. Yesterday, Patricia sent the letter, detailed breakdown of asset ownership, notification that I was separating my equipment and client contracts from Green Vista Landscaping LLC. An offer. Trevor could buy me out for $340,000, or I'd be starting my own company next week with everything that actually mattered. Trevor called me 11 times in 30 minutes. I let them all go to voicemail, his voice getting progressively more panicked with each message. Finally, I answered. He was breathing hard, talking fast. "What am I supposed to do with just a company name? You're taking everything. This isn't fair. Dad left this to me." I watched a sprinkler cycle through its rotation on the lawn outside my apartment. "What do you do with an empty shell company, Trevor?" He went silent, then barely a whisper. "I don't know. Sell it."